G'day, and welcome back to your daily dose of Karens, Kevins, they're no good, idiotic public freakouts here and Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things, with your host, me, the Australian idiot, and let's get into the clips. Here we have a Karen who could not wait until the new year kicked in order to become the first Karen recorded on camera in 2024 by complaining about people using fireworks at midnight.
Last time you had was bullshit. Okay, they're connecting. Enough is enough. You're disrespectful to every neighborhood. Here, they have called the police. They have called the police. They have called the police. We have a party here going on. They've been doing fireworks for 4 to 5 hours. They won't stop.
But we stopped now. We just say so. We didn't know. Stop.
I haven't done that for 4 hours. They have animals. This is not right. You people came here after.
You people?
This neighborhood
What are you talking about, you people? Excuse me, man.
Hey, wait, no, hey,
Very
no.
Jimmy?
When you say about you people,
Ma, you're going
I mean in general. I don't mean just because of whatever nationality you are. But this is disrespectful now.
All right, you're being disrespectful. Police are on the way.
Stop.
Yeah.
Take your mom inside.
It's okay.
The police are on the way. You
You
can
are
let
so
them handle it.
you think you're gonna have this
We
party keep
understand what
going?
you're saying.
Yeah, we will,
And I
but
will take this.
it's not 4 hours.
Your next door neighbor is a city councilman,
I know,
Wes
that's
Corey.
fine.
Well, the next time the meeting is,
Hey, you're done.
you hit
You're
my
done.
house also. That's the last time the police were here. Was when
Anthony,
Wendy
you
did that.
are aware of all this?
No.
So
But
if
I'm
you,
not.
It's okay. I'm aware of it now. We're done.
Okay.
We'll put all this away.
Thank you very much.
get out of the property.
Bye, you.
Hey, no, you're done.
Just
You're done. Hey,
Yeah. Well,
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
Better hope everybody's
You keep passing. Bye.
Y'all are fine. I'm not.
Thank you! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, my boy.
Happy New Year!
Yes, it sucks. I do agree to the point that, yeah, having fireworks going off at midnight at night kind of sucks, especially if you've got work the next day. Trust me, I worked New Year's Day. It was quiet. It was very dead. I don't know why I was there. And there was fireworks that went off in Australia, in my local area, at 9 o'clock at night and then at midnight. That's just how it goes. You're rolling into the new year. You've got to expect that most places are going to have fireworks. And then in a country like America, where fireworks can be brought by normal people, you're going to expect to hear a lot of them throughout the New Year's night. That's just how it's going to go. I mean, I'm sure you've been there long enough to understand this fact. This shouldn't be the first time you're experiencing hearing fireworks in the neighborhood on New Year's Eve for you. The person behind the camera used to live in this house here, but they left yesterday. They moved out, everything and all that, because they got given a 60-day notice because the owner of the house wanted to sell the house. Anyway, we have the retailers coming in to do some bits and pieces with the house, making all types of complaints, even had the audacity to complain about there's being no power in this building because the tenant did the normal thing of transferring the utilities out of this house into the house they've moved into.
No, 5 years ago. I've lived here for 5 years.
Okay.
Lived here for 5 years.
Can you tell us why there's soot all over the walls when
A what?
photographs obviously have no soot on the walls?
Of what?
There's soot on the wall by the fireplace.
No, ma'am. There has always been soot there, and
We have photographs and we have. Did you say anything to Ahmed about?
yes,
the
I
soot?
did. Yes, I did. When COVID happened, there was no power, and I said, "Hey, what's going on with the fireplace?" And I had to find the key for the fireplace.
You know what? When I met you the first
You know what? I don't
time,
have to
you told me
justify.
It was like that since you moved in. So see, we caught you
Yes.
in another lie. You moved in 2019.
It had soot all over the ceilings, all over the wall.
There are photographs.
Flip your
There
hair,
are
Karen.
photographs.
Flip your Karen. What else do you have to say? Please, by all means. You're racist.
Why is she racist? Why am I a racist? What
You
am
have come off
I?
lying
Oh my
to
God,
me
you
from the
use
very
language
beginning.
Of social
Don't.
justice in a ridiculous way.
Wow, and you think that you can gaslight me?
How are you racist? I'm not sure. How am I gaslighting?
She has been nothing but sexist and gaslighting me
sexist.
and racist, and in front of my
are.
2 young daughters, and in from
My
a prospective
contractor
tenant.
won't work here
Don't.
because of the
Don't.
way you screamed at your kids.
Really?
Yes.
My kids?
Yeah.
When
that's
was
why.
that? Again,
he was here.
gaslighting. Prove it. Prove it. And now you're putting poor guy under it.
Pardon me? Yeah, Richard, am I racist? You know what? Let's just.
Here we go.
Hey, that's okay. It is impossible to do a walkthrough with no electricity.
I transferred my utilities under my name out of this house. I'm completely entitled to do that.
Of course you are, but the city of Austin does not.
She was not accommodating, and I was allowed to be here till 6 p.m.
You're the one who changed this.
Yeah, you said the only time you had available was 3 to 3:30.
I'm not at your beck and call. What about you?
But yet I'm supposed to be at your beck and call.
No.
Right?
No.
Yes.
Why would you say that?
Definitely a lot of string of messages from you.
So do we.
Good.
So do we.
Look, I'm going to be honest, a lot of the comments for these original clips for this one was very harsh towards her, especially for the use of the racism and sexist and stuff along those lines. And I'm going to be completely honest, based upon the context here, I don't think those keywords are warranted. I do think gaslighting can definitely be something warranted here, depending on what's actually going on here. Because, yeah, a good chunk of... If someone's been in a house for more than 5 years, at least in most places... Most damage gets accounted for wear and tear because the tenant was in that house for an extraordinarily long time. The only time where that doesn't happen is when it's like egregious damage, like smashed hole in the walls, or kitchen top bench ripped off, or doors ripped off, and things on those lines. But general wear and tear marks, as marks in the paint, or let's say in cases of furniture leaving a heavy computer chair leaving marks on the carpet, it's just all accounted for. Yep, that's just wear and tear. This is what happens when someone lives in a house for half a decade. These things happen. So soot being on the walls near the fireplace, I don't think is something that would be warrantable to complain about, because that could be considered under just general wear and tear. And complaining about the lack of utility, saying, oh, we can't show off the house like this. Well, that's not her problem. That's your problem. If you haven't got utilities in and you expected the tenant to leave their name on this house for the utilities and continue to pay for it, then that's a you problem. You need to fix that now. There's nothing much more to it. You have an unhappy customer at Wendy's who apparently waited 18 minutes in the drive-thru and decides to come and wants to be upset about that, so comes inside to waste another 10-15 minutes to complain about time wasted. Here's a clip.
Try me. This is not the time or the day to do it. Usually customer complaints come first, so I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. Okay, we got a full line. Nope, don't care. I waited 18 minutes in the drive-thru. 18 minutes. 18 minutes in the drive-thru. I need your name. I need a card. I need contact information. I need contact information. I need contact information. Nope, I'm not coming back tomorrow. Girl, I date a black guy. Nice try. Nice try. My kid is mixed. You want to talk to me because you're black? Get the over yourself. No one gives a flying color you are. I care about how the service is. Seriously, are you kidding me? It took 18 minutes. I've been talking 18 minutes. I need a card and I need it now. Now. There's no card. That's funny. I've worked in our shops and there's manager cards. 18 minutes. 18 minutes, by the way. 18 minutes. If anyone was wondering, I have it on my phone. 18 minutes. And I'm not a bitch.
Part of me understands the complaints about time wasted, but the other part of me is like, you're now just wasting more of your own time just to prove a point of some sort. It's like the person who tailgates you on the road, and the moment they overtake you, they go in front of you and then slam on their brakes to brake check you. It's just like, you're the one who's impatient about this, and yet here you are wasting your own time when you're already impatient about losing time to being behind someone. It's just like your logic makes no sense. Maybe just, I don't know, move on with your day. It's not that hard. In this clip here, this couple walking their cat along the beach for the first time, and it turns out there's a dog who's not leashed in the area, and well, things go things. Here's the clip.
Basil's first beach experience. I don't know if she's feeling the ocean. It's fine. You're okay. Oh. Oh no. Hi, no. It's okay. No. No, 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 no. Oh, okay.
Oh, goddamn.
Basil, Basil, Basil. Basil, it's okay. You should put your dog on the leash. Hey, 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 hey! Can you get your dog, please? That's not cool. Can you put your dog on a leash? Hey, 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 hey! Basil! Can you put your dog on a leash? Get your dog! What the? Get your dog!
Things go things. Anyway, let's go into a little information about this. Now, first off, the cat's okay. Nothing actually happened to the cat. What actually happened here is because the cat's a kitten, the cat was having a bit of a panic attack about the dog, and so was jumping, going all the way around, scratching up the faces of the couple that was there because, you know, the cat's a bit panicked and is jumping around like a cat does. And you know what makes this worse? The owner of the dog was sitting there laughing the entire time. Yeah, I'm not joking about this. The dog, like, the story was told by these guys in their TikToks post this initial one here, and it just was, they were just sitting there laughing the entire time, not too worried about anything to do with it. Like, it's just insane to me just to think about that. Because, you know, half the things here is that half of the times, so many dogs get put down because they are put in situations where they get perceived as dangerous. You know what half that problem is? Is the amount of dogs that people leave unleashed when walking about public areas and not actually doing anything to actually sustain them whenever they do go up to approach any other animals or pets or people or anything along those lines, because you never know what's going to happen. It's like, legitimately, it frustrates me to beyond nerve. It's like, if you're in a dog park, I get it. If, like, there's dog parks are like one of the few places outside of home where dogs can be off leashes because, you know, that's just meant to be their playground. They have a little fun there, maybe meet some other dogs, and hopefully things go fine, but you got to be ready to jump and grab your dog in case things aren't. But if you're on a public beach, maybe you should get your dog sooner than whatever in the world you were doing here. Because imagine if these people acted slightly different to the situation. What if instead of just trying to grab their cat and move away from the dog, what if they did like what other people would do and kick the dog in this situation? The dog might attack, and then the dog might have to get put down for attacking a human being, and you know what? That would be all entirely your fault for not controlling your dog. And that just frustrates me. Here's a guy who randomly loses it inside the airport.
You're not going to take the plane and see your girls.
I'm good, Chef.
Remember your girls.
I'm good, Chef.
You don't care about the girls? You don't care about the girls. You don't care about the girls. And then just hush. You don't care about the girls. Hello, everybody. Dustin.
American Airlines. Sober.
Start. Here we go. Dustin. Here. I'm not kidding. Don't talk to me, Mark. You don't care about the girls?
So I want to tell you about
Shelby and Dolly. Shelby and Dolly. Shelby and Dolly, remember them.
I'm gonna do it for you.
Shelby and Dolly.
That's it.
Shelby and Dolly, remember. Remember them. Shelby and Dolly, remember them. I will. I am. I'm just trying to get home to the girls.
We're gonna leave. Look. I have much pay for dogs.
The energy of this entire clip makes me feel like this is some form of just over-the-top skit that's occurring in the airport, but then randomly starting to yell at the old person in a wheelchair in front of him makes me think potentially otherwise. And it's not like we've seen stuff that is more over-the-top and crazy than this clip that has actually been legitimate people being whack. So maybe this is real? I can't tell too well. Here we have a guy who's upset that a dog is playing around in the garden-esque thing that this guy had apparently created out the front of this building in between the pathway and the road. You know, the area that's technically public property. He's still upset of it, well, here's what happens.
Yeah, I got a camera too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Seriously.
You need to back up. I don't know why you're walking so close up on me.
No,
it sounds like
it
sounds like what you want is a suburban lifestyle in the middle of the city.
No, I want you. We pay a lot of money for that.
That's cool. I try to pull my dog out.
You did not. You've been out there for like 5 minutes.
You know, it's the grass. Yeah. You're scared because I pulled out my phone. Otherwise, you're gonna come up and act like an asshole. But it's grass out here. You may own the unit that you live in, but you don't own anything beyond that. This is public property. If you don't want dogs to pee in it and eat it, don't plant in it. Or move to the suburbs. You don't own more than your property upstairs. Yeah. Goodbye.
Look, I can get why he's upset, but at the same time, if you're going to be putting gardens next to a footpath, especially on the part between the footpath and the road, where by technicality, depending on how the county functions or state functions or whatever functions with those type of rulings, technically it's public property. You can plant stuff there, but you also can't be too upset when something accidentally does damage to it. So this reaction is definitely not necessary, especially considering you own a room in this apartment complex by the looks of it. It's like, yeah, you've got your balcony most likely. Actually, you probably don't even have a balcony depending on where you are. I don't know. It just seems a bit of a weird thing to be this up and angry about. Like, I get it, but what else do you expect? Karen is walking her 2 dogs throughout the neighborhood, but decides to not have leashes for either of them, which is a problem in and of itself. Anyway, one of the other neighbors decides to let her know that, hey, you know, according to California law, that's illegal. Could you, like, get leashes and put them on them? And it seems to escalate quite quickly from there in a very weird manner. Here's a clip.
There's actually a California leash law. Let me educate you.
Educate you. Go back to...
oh, wow. I'll put this on my platform.
I'll put this on my TikTok.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. I'm just
we have TikTok too.
I don't want your dog to get hurt.
This is the woman who called me a bitch when she moved into our neighborhood.
Your dog
a few
on
weeks
leash.
ago, she moved into our neighborhood.
You're
and
not
now she's the most
leash.
hated woman on our block.
And then you're breaking California law.
Everybody hates you now.
You're breaking the
and
California law. And you're a racist.
For being outside my house.
Stop being Karen.
And
I'm just educating
you're an Asian Karen.
And
you look like one.
I'm just educating you.
You look like one.
I'm just
educating me.
Yes, it's free education. Thank you. You're welcome.
You are going on whatever you put me on, lady.
Yeah, you told me. Tell me to go back to.
What did you tell me the last time I was here? Go back to your country, you told me.
Asking you nicely.
You know what she said the last time she met me? She said, bitch, go back to your country. So do I have to look Asian to be told, go back to my country?
You're breaking
I'm recording you too, lady.
So this is what happened.
Did you say something to Jennifer too?
This is something.
Did you say something to Jennifer behind you?
That
did you?
You should put your dog on leash. Because you're breaking the California law for...
You're so unpopular.
You're breaking the California law for...
We don't want you on this block.
On the leash.
We don't want you on this block.
You're actually breaking California law for not putting dog here on leash.
There's a police station up the top of the road. Go up and do what you want to do.
I will send this video.
Oh my God, you're going to break my camera. You're so ugly.
I'm not. I'm asking you nicely. But you
don't know how to ask anything nicely because you called me a PITCH.
I'm done.
And until you apologize, we won't start again.
You're breaking California law for not putting your dog on leash.
Apologize, I said. Do you understand English?
I am educating you.
Do you understand
that
English?
You're breaking California law, the leash law.
Do you understand English?
Okay, I'm done with you.
Do you understand English?
I will formally. Do you listen?
Do you? Yeah. Right in there.
What's your last name? What's your last name?
Wong Kong Hai.
Okay, you're being a racist. This is going on.
Yeah, this is going on my TikTok.
I am.
She told me to go back to my country and eat potatoes the last time I met her.
Oh.
So she's a racist and she calls people bitch.
First things first, even if what you said was true, that she was racist towards you previously, doesn't mean that you should be racist towards her. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Just because someone shot you doesn't mean you shoot them. It's like, what? It just seems backwards, like, oh, man, they were assholes to me, so I deserve to be an asshole back and be even worse. But the likelihood of that being true is very... I don't think so. Doesn't seem to be the case, especially considering with how the person behind the camera is approaching the situation versus how she's approaching the situation. She's been far more aggressive about racism and far more liberal and just being more anger about it, whilst our other friend who's behind this camera that we're watching from is a lot calmer when it comes down to it. And you could say, oh yeah, it's because she's recording it. Yeah, but so is the other person. So it's like one of those things where you choose who you want to believe here. Either way, it's kind of ridiculous. If you're going to walk around with your dogs, have them on a leash. A, because you never know when you're going to encounter someone else walking their dogs. And as I've said in a clip a long while in the past, there's people who walk around with their dogs here without leashes. And it almost ended up in our dog, when we're walking it, get into a fight with their dogs, and pretty much the only way we had to attempt to stop that is to stand over the top of our dog in between their dogs, which didn't work out that well. And you know where those type of things go when it's a dog decides to start attacking another dog. Next up, we have the most interesting interaction at Waffle House. Actually, that doesn't even give you much of a statement. You understand that anything at a Waffle House can go to absolute crazy levels of stupidity very quickly, so enjoy.
I didn't say anything to you. I just looked at you. Are you okay?
Sir, you actually said, are you tweaking? So try me if you want, bitch. Oh, stop playing with her.
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to have to send you a dog to give you a refund.
All right, well, give me my fucking refund.
I will give you a refund.
All right, do that then.
And after that, you're not coming back.
That's fine. Check it. Mark my fucking name down.
That don't work here.
Excuse me?
That don't work here.
Oh, that don't work here? You mean you don't want to write my name down? Make sure I don't come back?
Yeah. No, I know who you are, so you're not coming back.
All right, write it down.
You're not going to talk my customers any type of way.
All right, give me my money.
Give her a money.
Don't touch my phone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't touch my phone. Bitch,
Lord
don't do that.
Jesus.
Move your motherfucking ass home, bitch. Cause I wish the fuck you would touch me, ho.
Yeah. Lord Jesus.
I'm telling you, bitch. Move, ho. I'm telling you, bitch. I'm telling you, bitch. Come on, bitch. I know it's dead. You know I can't. You stood there and let your motherfucking bitch ass.
No, sir.
Stupid ass bitch.
You know, here I was thinking this was going to be all about just that one person who's just being a bit of an asshole towards the workers there. Seems to be a little off their manada, might be drunk, might be high, might be a mixture of the both. And then all of a sudden a fight breaks out in the background. What? Like, it's obviously something no one expected to happen because the camera person was too focused on the other woman, the one that started this mess, and then it's like, wait, hold on, there's a fight going on. Wait, I should film that. That's also very awesome stuff to film. Like, it's just that, wow. Waffle House, man. They seem to, people get down to some crazy shit down there. Pretty good. Every time you get your food, you also get some live entertainment. It's brilliant. Here we have a trucker following someone after some casual road rage.
Go, say something. Say something. Say something. Go, go, go. Go, say something. Go, go, go. Go. Say something. Go. Say something cool or go. Say something cool or go. Say something cute or go. Do something or go. Leave. Leave, go. Go. The ricochet was crazy though. LOL. I said the ricochet was crazy though and I said it very loud. Keep going, you got a big truck, keep going.
Must be one quiet day in the office for that truck driver for him able to take time out of his potentially busy schedule to follow this person to wherever they went, and when they parked just to tell them, do you want your finger broken? What a beautiful use of time. Here we have a charity that decided to set up out the front of a local Walmart to this guy, and he's come in to do his shopping with his wife, and he's seen this charity. Now, from what he has apparently researched, according to him, this charity is corrupt and is currently under investigation from the FTC. So he made his feelings known to the guy running the charity there, then and there, and then also has hung around whilst his wife's gone in to do the shopping to continue to voice his opinions every time someone comes up to donate. Anyway, after a bit, some complaints come through about him potentially disturbing the peace out the front, so one of the Walmart managers, I'm assuming, came out to talk to him about the matter, and here's that discussion now.
To not do any harassment type things.
I'm not harassing them.
But right now, you standing here doing that isn't right either. It's not.
Sure,
anymore.
it is. It's freedom of speech, ma'am.
Yes, but
I'm free to tell people that I think this is a corrupt organization. If they don't like it, they can call the police and have me removed. But I think you'll find that the police will say that not only do I have a right to video record in a normally public area, I also have a right to make my feelings known about this organization.
But as this being our store, we can also ask you to please go on and leave them, and I will do my part at researching what you complained about.
Ma'am, I deeply appreciate that, and because you're going to...
I know how much
ma'am, you see this lady's giving money to these guys, and it goes right into his pocket.
I know, but just as they came and they filled out their paperwork, you have to give me time to research it.
I will do that, ma'am. I will do that, ma'am. But let me explain something to you.
But a complaint was brought inside to the store that you're out here bothering them, and so I have to come and do my part and to at least say...
And I understand that, but you have to also understand that the Supreme Court ruled in Marsh versus the state of Alabama that any area that is normally open to the public, which is not inside your private area, I can make my feelings known. I do not lose my rights to freedom of speech, and I'm not stopping anybody, and I'm not blocking anybody.
I understand that, but I don't want to have to end up having to call the cops to have them ask you to leave.
Well, let me tell you something. As soon as my wife is done shopping, I'm going to be leaving anyway.
That's what I'm going to end up having
You
to
can,
do.
go right ahead. Go right ahead. Because I'm not bothering them. I'm not even speaking to him. I'm not even talking to him anymore. I did make my feelings known, but I'm not even speaking to him. I'm speaking to folks as they pass by. And that is not harassment. I'm not chasing anybody. I'm not blocking anybody. I'm not speaking to him. So there's no harassment, ma'am. And I have it here on video. You're free to call the police. I'm protected by constitutional law to stand here and make my feelings known. I'm not using a bullhorn. I'm not stopping anybody. I'm just saying, as I see people putting money in the bucket, I'm saying you're giving money to a corrupt organization that is under investigation by the FTC. That's all I'm doing. And there's nothing illegal. If you think you can call the cops and have me removed, and by the way, I don't enjoy doing this. You're not going to find me to be a guy who goes on YouTube and posts videos of this kind of stuff or looks to create harassment. These guys are stealing money from veterans, and I'm a veteran, and I find it personally offensive.
I understand.
And so, please, if you want to call the police, and I deeply respect you, Leona, and I deeply respect you taking my complaint, but I feel an obligation to protect people and keeping their hard-earned money in their pockets and not giving it to these guys.
As coming to voice, like I said, you came in.
But it doesn't stop the immediacy of my concern, which is people are donating money now.
I understand.
And so I am exercising my constitutional rights. If you want to call the police, like I said, my wife is shopping here. If you want to call the police, if you think that they're going to have me removed before my wife comes out with her shopping, then you go right ahead, because I'll explain to the police the same thing I've explained to you. I'm standing well out of the way. You can't deny that.
No,
I'm not blocking anybody.
And you're not blocking
I'm not chasing anybody.
But the thing is if we don't want you out here hollering at the customers, because
Ma'am, you see that parking lot? You see that parking lot right there? That's an area that's normally open to the public. You can ask me to remove myself from this sidewalk. I will step right over there.
Okay, if somebody is causing a disturbance in our parking lot right there, we also have the right
I'm not
to
causing a disturbance, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm not causing a disturbance. I'm making.
If they're coming
this is
in
free
and
speech.
complaining to me, it is a disturbance, sir.
Let me explain something to you.
If they come in and they're complaining, or a customer even came in and said that there was a gentleman out here hollering at people as they walked past the ones trying to collect money at the doors, that is a disturbance. That's a disturbance to our customers.
You might think that's a disturbance, but protection of freedoms of speech exists precisely to protect speech that we find unpopular. Popular speech, by its very definition, needs no such protection. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out in the parking lot. I'm going to make sure that I'm not blocking anybody. And as people donate money, I'm going to make my feelings known. If you wish to call the police, you go right ahead and do it.
That was honestly one heavy discussion to really just mull over for a little bit there. Considering, like, yeah, I get it. If this is genuinely one of those charities that are corrupt, and in most cases it tends to be a very common thing, especially in America. I've noticed that a good chunk of charities tend to be more corrupt than not in one way or another. Then I can get behind his movement here. But at the same time, it's there's a certain way to do it. I don't know. It's difficult, to be completely honest. And yeah, you've got the freedom of speech stuff there that you are, in theory, allowed to say whatever you want as long as you're not personally harming someone. And if he's truly just saying, hey, I believe this is corrupt, I don't think it's a good idea for you to donate to them because it will just go to this guy's pocket, then yeah, that's a fair statement to say. Yeah, it might be annoying to the guy who's trying to run the charity, and yeah, other people who don't care about what the guy's saying will have issues with him potentially disturbing the peace, but I can also get behind the message if that is true. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts in the comments down below? This guy in the truck left his chihuahua in his car, and this guy decides to confront him over that fact.
You're the guy that left the dog in the car, huh?
Huh?
You're the guy that left the dog in the car, aren't you? You had a chihuahua in there earlier. Yeah, that's real good. put?
Believe it or not, I mean, we thought this is the first time that we come to the zoo. We thought that we are allowed to put that dog in.
So,
to take that dog in.
but then you go home. You
No.
take the dog home. You don't leave the dog in a hot car.
The windows were open.
It's not. Don't you watch the news? Kids and dogs, they die. 10 minutes. It was hot.
And
When they took the dog out of there, I called the police. When they took the dog out of there, it was lethargic. It wanted to pass out. It was so hot. It's too hot.
It was their decision.
No, but you got to be smart. It's too hot.
Actually, I mean, I came out like 2 times too.
When you get in the car when it's hot, even if the windows are cracked, you can't breathe. It's hard to breathe. But how do you think the dog feels? It's terrible. My wife was almost crying. You're lucky the dog was still alive.
Of course, it's the Chihuahua, the epitome of the accessory that is not considered a living creature by a lot of people who have a Chihuahua, which is kind of depressing to say a lot. But it's just like, of course, it's like, oh, they don't allow pets inside the store. I'll just leave it in the car. It'll be fine. Even if it's hot, it'll be fine. It's like they just have no consideration for the living being. They just see the Chihuahua as an accessory.